Good shot from Boon. Loves them on leg stump. Beautiful on drive. That'll go to the boundary. Yes, it's 4. So that takes the pressure off the Australians just a little bit. They needed a boundary.
Plays beautifully on both sides of the wicket, David Boon, particularly in this area. He just waits and hits it with a full face, helps it on its way, beats the wideish mid-on. And it's going to be 4 all the way.
In the air, and he's just missed that. Now Hooper's at first slip. The question is, did it carry? I think it may just have got there. One way or the other, he'll be up a yard, I can tell you that. I think he probably dropped that.
He's found the edge, Kirtley Ambrose, 2 or 3 times already today. That one was going towards first slip. You couldn't quite tell whether it carried or not. There's the nick. It's a thick edge. It looks to be whooping away and diving down, and just in front of Carl Hooper, who didn't dive forward but got an unlucky bounce.
Into the gap. Good shot, David Boon. That'll run to the boundary. It's a quick outfield. Overs have been bowled. Good shot, Tom Moody. That's the first half volley he's got from Ambrose, and he smashed it beautifully down the ground. His first boundary. Lovely timing.
And in the World Cup, Anderson Cummings there, 4 for 33. He likes bowling against India by the look of it. 5 for and 4 for.
There's a noise down the leg side. Loud appeal from all the West Indian fielders in front and behind. Blues reporter from India, not the least bit moved. He can't quite understand what all the noise is about.
Well, Cummins and almost all the West Indian side convinced that David Boon had got some glove on this down the leg side for a comfortable catch. Down to David Williams. He goes straight up. And whether it's glove or just a little bit of forearm, almost impossible to tell, and that's probably why the loose reporter has stayed where he is, completely unmoved.
It's in the air. There's another loud appeal. There was a suggestion of an inside edge onto the pad. Carl Hooper has dived forward and to his right from first slip. A loud appeal from Anderson Cummings. David Boon unmoved, and so was Toulouse reporter.
Peter reporter's been unmoved all day by the look of it. And again, Anderson Cummings with a very fierce shout. Certainly come off the pad. Hard to tell whether it's hit the bat on the way through or not. But as soon as Hooper caught the ball at first slip, diving away to his right, Cummins went up and looked suitably disappointed not to get the verdict.
This one the better length, but David Boon driving on the up. Again, times the ball very well, even the long legs. David Boon has no trouble picking the gap straight down the ground. That's his 4th boundary for the innings. In the air, very good try from Carl Hooper at slip. Frustration for Winston Benjamin. Almost the middle of the bat there, just gliding it down the offside. So a little bit more luck there for David Boon. 15 overs gone, Australia none for 58.
Tremendous shot. He ripped.
Just a single left, David Boon. 50 for Boon and no wicket for 89 for Australia.
That's how Tom Moody likes to hit them.
Give you any stick for doing such. That's a good shot, yeah. I'm pretty pleased with that.
Man out there, and he nearly misjudged that. Not well judged at all by Winston Benjamin. He took it a bit casually, and the ball dropped on him, and in the end he really had to scramble to catch it.
I thought he did pretty well, because at some stage I thought he was going down his throat, but for some reason he seemed to have done pretty badly with his judgment, and in the end, I think he did well. Richie, I think, would be very pleased.
I think Richie Richardson would be relieved to get the wicket. You see here that Benjamin at the last minute has to dive forward and gets it just centimetres from the ground. So Phil Simmons has struck, and Australia losing the first wicket at 100. And Jones batting at number 3. He comes in to replace Tom Moody. It's beautifully timed. And we should have a very interesting finish, because the West Indies know now that, well, I guess they've known all along that if they win this game, they're into the semi-finals. And it looks like they're going to have quite a run chase on their hands, with Australia well placed at 1 for 128 in the 33rd. And taken. David Williams, the keeper, takes that one pretty comfortably. So Dean Jones on his way, and Anderson Cummins has struck a good blow for the West Indies.
Actually, I think that was a little bit too close to cut, and it followed him, and for some reason he didn't get away with it. I think David Williams did the polishing up in the end, where he had 2 hands to it and took a rather comfortable.
Pollock. There's an example of a good cut shot too, beautifully timed by Border, into the fence for 4, just backward of point. Harper tried to get to it, but it was right off the meat of Border's bat. Lovely shot.
Allen has struggled for timing during this series. He didn't have any trouble with this one. One of his favourite shots, the cut shot, one that we've seen from him so often in the past, not so often during the World Cup. He looks in a very aggressive and confident mood at the moment.
Big appeal there, and he's given him out. LBW. That must have just held up a little bit. It's not often that you see the left-hander given out. He was, mind you, playing from the crease, and I suspect that one just held its line.
Very hard for a right-hand bowler to get an LBW against the left-hander. Got a pitch in line and straighten, which that one has done. It was right on middle stump. David Shepherd had no hesitation. Alan Border continues his run of outs for the World Cup.
Ambrose opened the bowling, no wicket for 25. That's a good shot by Boon into the gap on the offside. That outfield quick, and into the fence it goes. Cannot afford to drop it short to him.
Well, that was a stumping chance, a difficult one for David Williams.
The ball might have kept low on David Williams here, but it's come through on the right side as far as the keeper's concerned. Sometimes they have trouble with the ball going through between bat and pad, but no such excuse this time.
Well, he's got him this time. Or has he? Williams has got him.
Fires it down the leg side, and you can see a little fumble there from David Williams. Mark Waugh thinks he might just have got away with this one, but eventually the finger goes up. And West Indies are allowed a little gentle celebration, and it's the end of Mark Waugh for 21. Australia are 4 for 185.
And that's it. So David Boon on 100.
Well, the crowd have loved every moment of that. It's a very fitting way for David Boon to finish off his international season this year.
And that's a catch. Under it is David Williams. It's taken a long time to get there, but in the end it falls safely into his gloves. And David Boon goes for an even 100 for the second time in the competition.
Well, David Boon tried to celebrate his 100 with a slightly over-ambitious shot. He's aimed a long way over deep mid wicket, was where he wanted to hit this ball. It's come off the top edge of the bat, and it's hung in the air for a long, long time, and David Williams very, very cool underneath it. Very calm indeed. And a wicket for Andy Cummins.